In this video, we are going to create a calculator in Android. So, first of all, close these. And last time we have worked on shared preferences, methods, strings, logs, toast, spinner, image view, edit text, checkboxes, radio buttons, radio group, etc. Intent, and on click of this we was able to reach on next activity. So now on next activity, let's make a better background. Okay, now let's let's create a new activity for calculator. So activity name will be calculator activity. So today we will work on constraint layout. Let's make a text view first of all. Text with my calculator. It should be on top. So choose top, top, top to the top of parent. Okay. Now size, color, gravity, margin. Okay. Now let's run this. Before that, we have to open our calculator activity on click of list item. Okay, so we will use intent for that. Start activity, new, and intent. Here we will pass context of this class, and the context of another class will be calculator activity dot class, and this activity is second activity. Okay, now we can run it again. So on click of will be reached to calculator activity. Click here. Now on click of item we reached here. Now let's make an edit text below this. We will make it match parent, and its int will be Please enter first number. Okay, it should be bottom of this text. Okay, now let's create let's give an id to this edit one. Okay, now make another edit text with id edit 2, enter second number, first number. Okay, now it will be below edit 1. Okay, now after that we'll make 4 buttons with text add. Okay, and it will be bottom of. In relative layout we use below id, but in constraint layout we use bottom, top to the bottom of edit 2. Okay, now provide an id to button add, button subtract. Okay, okay, now it should be on right of button add. Okay, now let's make a margin to right, margin to all the directions, so here also. Okay, now run this. So we are placing every widget in corresponding to another widget using means there is a relation between every widget. Clicking here and clicking here, you can see it's completely done. Now we have to create button for button divide, and similar button for button multiply. Okay, and button divide should be below it should be bottom of button add. Okay, and this should be right of button divide and bottom of button add. Okay, now text view for result, and it will be parent bottom of parent. So it will be here, and let's provide a size of 30 dp. Okay, and color 32. Okay, now, and margin also from all the directions 10 dp, and provide an id text result. Okay, now go here and start linking all the widgets. Button, add button, divide button, multiply, and button subtraction. And now edit text for edit text 1 and edit text 2, and text view for result text result. Okay, now link these variables to XML variable. So find view by id, but similarly copy this multiple time and so it will be button this multiply and edit 1 what we are taking in our Java. So this part is from here and this part is from our XML. Okay, now edit 2. So this edit text will work for this one, for this edit text too. So this way we are linking it. Now result. Okay, now let's button subtract subtract. Okay, subtract. Okay, now let's make a button click listener for adding two numbers. This way we can create button click listener. Okay, now let's create a method for it will be int type. Okay, and add int for a int b. Okay, now what will be sum? We will return a plus b. That's it, and call it here add, and I will pass value of getText dot to string and edit text 2 dot getText dot to string, but it will create error because these are in string format both. We have to convert it to integer format. So for that we have to make integer dot parseInt. When we put any value inside integer dot parseInt, any string value, it will convert that string into integer. So let's pass it here. Okay, so this way we can do addition of two numbers. So we don't need to go from one activity to another activity again and again. So we can directly launch. This is the launcher activity, right? This is the first activity which is opening when we open the open the app. So replace it with it. Now run it again. So this is launcher activity because we are passing this intent filter inside this activity. Now you can see activity launched 1 plus 4 and click of add. We have to write sum also. So what we have to do, we have to set this value inside text result. Okay, now you can copy this whole part and you can put it, we can create a variable here and we can pass some another variable and sum of first value is okay. Now add it with a string and now plus again and another value is add it to dot get text dot to string dot to string is this. So sum of comma here and do like this. So where is the problem? This value and we are adding strings here. This is a different string, this is different string and we are adding it on number. So okay, here we should add plus. So this way we can set the complete value inside result. So let's make this result column on top because it will be convenient to see this column. Top to bottom of text and after that the first variable should be top to bottom of button divide. Okay, and this thing. Okay, text result. Top, remove this and it should be top to the bottom of text. button multiply, it should be below button add, total bottom of button add. No, it should be below button, it should be below text result. Okay, it is on correct position. This also, this is also correct position. This one, this one, this should be. Okay, now let's run it again. Now we have to get integer type of keyboard. On click of sum of 5 and 9 is 14. Okay, now let's get keyboard of integer type. So input type should be number. Okay, for this one, and this edit text also. Let's check it again. Sum of 9 and 7 is 16, and you can see that on click of these we are successfully getting integer type of keyboard, number type of keyboard. Okay, now add button is successfully working. Let's do similar for, just copy and paste it again for button multiply and multiply of this and this. What we have to do, we just have to create a new method here for multiply, and we have to change this with this, and we have to call here multiply. That's it. Now run it again. And let's pass it here, and 7 add 6 and 7 is 13. Okay, now click on where is multiply. Okay, this one is multiply of 6 and 7 is 42. We have to divide, we have to text, this is button multiply. Okay, change it to multiply. Okay, now make similar method for divide. We just have to pass it here, and we can make click listener for divide. Here we will use divide method, and okay, we have to pass here divide. Okay, now division of this number is this. Okay, now let's check it again. We have completed for addition, multiplication and division. Now we have to make for subtraction. 6 and 2 add, this is working fine. Divide 6 and 2, it is also working fine. Multiply is also working fine, and let's make it for addition, subtraction. Okay, now let's make a method for subtract. Okay, um and here we use third, and now run it again. Now test it. If we are passing here 18 and 3, 180 and 6, add. Addition is working fine, subtraction is also working fine, division 6 3 is 18 and it's also working fine, and multiplication also working fine. So this is our simple and basic calculator. So one more thing, what if we will not enter anything here? It will crash the app because of number format exception. We have to use try catch here. We have to catch exception, we have to catch the problem. Okay, so it's simply saying that there is nothing inside edit text 2 and we can't add this. And or what we can do, we can use try catch here. Try here we can use here. Okay, try we use try catch for exception handling in Java or other languages also. So we will use exception class. Okay, and we will print the exception on log. So exception and plus get value from exception. Okay, so similarly we will use same with others. Okay, here try and catch. Okay, similarly try and catch. Okay, also what we will do, we can pass a toast in every method. Please enter correct value. Okay, and paste it inside every method and call it again. And now let's click on this. So it's going to catch block. You can see log value exception for input string. Okay, so it's simply saying that exception it's number format so it's working fine now. -3, because we are not taking a float type of decimal type of variables here, so that's why it's not working for divide. And multiply is also working. Let's remove this and multiply. So because it's not 0, it's empty, that's why it's showing exception here. Okay, so this way we can handle exception. We can handle exception for making app, for making a better app. For means we can it will reduce uh, app crashes. Okay, so yes, we use try catch in big applications multiple times. So that's we use try catch, and we use button click methods and everything in Android.